Okay, here is a big challenge because I want to be able to finish this entire piece within the day. So I'm giving myself just one day using all these materials. You will see the process, and that time I'm going to record my progress. So you will see how, if possible, I'm going to finish this within one day. So here is the list of the materials and the pencils that I will be using on this drawing challenge. And this combination of materials and papers is tried and tested whenever I want something rushed, but I don't want to sacrifice the quality of the drawing. So this is typically a rushed portrait challenge because I don't usually finish a portrait, especially something as contrasted and quite complicated piece like this one. And but because I want to be able to show this during the airing of the series, I want to be able to make it as quick as possible, but this is a little bit quicker because I'm trying to finish this within the day. So I'm recording the time that I'm going to spend on this drawing. You will see it on top right here, and I'm taking breaks. Of course, I don't actually, I've spent a lot more time on my pauses and breaks than the actual drawings. So I take really long breaks within this drawing period because I don't want to sacrifice quality. I don't want to pressure myself. But yeah, it's a little bit challenging because yeah, drawing. I usually finish a drawing at least 3 to 5 days depending on the medium, but with the when I do hyperrealism using colored pencils, it takes a lot more time and days to be able to finish. But this one, it is tried and tested that whenever I want to do something rushed, I go to my general's charcoal pencils and of course my gray paper or my toned paper. So I don't know, but it really helps the tone of the paper to make everything quicker. Maybe because I do not have to draw or to put a mid-tone because the paper provides me with a mid-tone. That's why, because of the tone of the paper, I'm gonna be the one to draw the highlights or the extreme white highlights using the white charcoal pencil. So it's already 10:30 a.m. So it's going smoothly right now. This stage is the rough sketching stage, or with colored pencils, it's the blocking in of shadow stage. And then because this is rough, I'm gonna be needing this soft makeup brush. This is literally a makeup brush, and this is what I was telling you. After the rough sketching, I'm gonna put my initial highlights. So this is just an initial highlights for me to be able to know where my highlights are. That is what's nice about using toned papers, because you have the control with your highlights. Unlike with white paper, the technique with white paper is erasing. You erase for your white highlights. So in the first stage, the sketching stage, I used the 2B of the General's charcoal. Now I'm going to a softer, darker pencil right here. This is the 6B. Okay, so you saw the entire sketching part using the 2B. Now this is the second pencil. This is the 6B. This is super dark and super soft. That's why I need to be really careful here. And what I like about General's charcoal, or any charcoal in general, is this can provide super beautiful contrast. You can get light tones and you can get very dark tones. So the drawing has the tendency to be more contrasty, unlike graphite, where you have really what limitations in terms of the contrast. But this is not ordinary charcoal pencil. This is the best charcoal pencil in the world for me. And because this is the only charcoal pencil that I can apply directly on paper without using any powdered charcoal, which can be very, very messy to draw with. And this is very clean to use. And even if this 6B, I can easily sharpen it without breakage. This is a very strong pencil and a very clean charcoal pencil to use. And then again, I'm gonna use a smaller makeup brush to blend the 6B. Can you see how dark this contrast is using the 6B? It really makes the drawing more realistic and three-dimensional because of the contrast that this can provide. And you can see how easily and how quickly the coverage is using this 6B or this General's charcoal pencil. So very, very easy to blend and very, very easy to create very, very dark contrasts on your drawing. That's why everything becomes a little bit quicker to draw because of this. So time check. This is already 2:45 in the afternoon. I feel a little bit sleepy at this time, but yeah, this is a challenge I want to continue. And then yeah, this is the erasing part right here. So we were already halfway the drawing, and the erasing, I use kneaded eraser right here for larger, softer highlights. And if you want to clean something, you can just use the kneaded eraser. And then here is my mono zero eraser for sharper but not very white or not very light highlights, because the light or the sharp highlights is the job for the white charcoal. So here you just want to have sharper highlights, and then this is the electric eraser if you want to have a little bit sharper and a little bit smaller. So yeah, now I want to now this in this stage I'm using now my third pencil, which is in the middle, the 4B. So the 4B is basically for the details, the sharper details. As you can see on the first part, that is a very rough part where I don't worry about the details yet. And then the second part, I use the 6B, which provides me with this all this beautiful dark contrast. And now this is the detailing part. This is a combination of using the 4B and then blending using the brush and then erasing. Just continue this process. Details using the 4B right here, and then I'm gonna blend it a little bit just to loosen right here, just to loosen everything, and then erase for highlights. So you just continue back and forth with this process for you to be able to get all the details. Now I want to be able to still draw the extreme details even if I'm trying to finish this within one day. So this is time check. This is already 5:30 p.m. and I'm almost done, because now I'm just finishing it with all the details, the skin pores, the wrinkles. So yeah, I just continue the process that I said a while ago using this 4B. So in part 1, I used the 2B for rough sketching, and then part 2, I used the 6B for my contrast. And now I find it the fun part, because this is what gives a realism look to the drawing using the 4B for the details. Now I'm gonna lighten, rather I'm gonna soften everything, and then I'm gonna erase again. So just continue this process until I'm satisfied with the details of the drawing, until I'm satisfied with everything. Now the straw hat, this hat is looks very difficult to draw, but using charcoal pencils, general charcoal pencils, it's surprisingly very quick to draw and very easy to draw, just by applying and then erasing, rather applying and then blending and then erasing for the highlights. And then white charcoal, of course, the main hero of this drawing is the white charcoal, because it provides me with this very nice dramatic look by putting these very sharp highlights. So ordinary charcoal drawings on white paper wouldn't be able to achieve this kind of highlights and details right here, as you can see on the hat. So it provides me with different levels of highlights, which make the hat look more realistic. So 7 p.m. I'm started to get tired, but yeah, I'm pumped up to finish the drawing within the day. So yeah, so I'm gonna be able to post it during the airing of this series. So yeah, now I'm almost there. Of course, thank you for watching. I finished it at exactly 8:22 p.m.